Hello, welcome to Stackable, your all-in-one solution to building stunning websites with a WordPress block editor. In this video, we will be talking about the Stackable countdown block and how to use its different block settings in order to create a visually attractive and engaging timer section. What is a countdown block? A countdown block is a timer that counts down to a specific time or date. Using the Stackable countdown block will allow you to build anticipation among your website visitors by letting them know about an upcoming event, or create a sense of urgency by notifying them how long they have left until a certain event or offer ends. Adding and customizing the block on your page. Let's start with adding the countdown block to the page. Once you've added the block, you will see a timer for days, hours, minutes, and seconds. This can be adjusted depending on the time zone, end time, end date, and more. In this tab in the inspector, you can open this panel to set the end time and date and adjust the time zone settings, wherein you can select from various options in the dropdown. If you pick a time zone, the countdown will be synchronized across anyone who sees it, no matter where they are in the world. To set the countdown's end date and time, you can just manually input the time and select the date through the dropdown here, or by picking a date in the calendar. After doing this, the timer will adjust accordingly. You can also find other settings here that you can use to set up the block. For example, you can choose between due date or recurring. If you pick due date, the countdown will stop counting when it hits a specific date. If you pick recurring, when the countdown ends, it will restart after a delay. Now, what happens once the timer ends? Well, you have the option to choose the action on expiration, whether you want to hide the block, display a message, or do nothing once the countdown ends. You can also toggle on or off to enable double digits. Adjust the box gap and label top margin. The number of days, hours, minutes, and seconds in the countdown block is called the digits. So in the digits panel in the inspector is where you can adjust the digits typography settings such as the size, color, and more. Now, the labels are the days, hours, minutes, and seconds. Under this tab, you will also find the labels panel where you can toggle on or off certain labels depending on what you want to show. You can also choose to rename the labels present with the countdown block accordingly. And right below, you will also find the typography settings for the label specifically. Just like the other blocks, you can design the countdown block as well and style it like you normally would with any stackable block. You'll find the same tabs in the inspector once you select the block. You can add a block background and some border settings to the block to create its own section. Or add a container background to make it easily distinguishable and visually pleasing. In this tab, you will find the separator panel. Here, you can toggle it on or off to add a separator between each label in the block. You can choose between a colon or a line and adjust the top offset for the colon and the size and color for both. You can use the countdown block to inform viewers regarding an event, to let them know how much time left before the sale ends, or whatever else comes to mind. Creating a section with a countdown block. Now, let's try creating this section with a countdown block to show a timer before a sale ends. In this page, we already went ahead and added the columns or container block that's set to one column, and added the heading block inside. We added a blue block background to the container and increased the minimum height as well. Now, let's select the inner column block and add the countdown block below the heading block. After adding the block, in the general panel, let's set the due time to 12 a.m. and the due date to be 2 days from now. Let's set the time zone to New York Eastern Time. And the action on expiration to hide block. This is so that once the countdown is over, the block will be hidden on the page and your website visitors will no longer see it. Let's also toggle on to enable the double digit. Now, in the digits panel, let's open the typography settings and set the font family to monospace and the font weight to 900. Let's keep the font size and color the same. For the labels panel, let's keep all toggled on, and then open the typography settings to add a font weight of 900. Once that's done, navigate to the container background panel and toggle it on. Select this yellow color for the background color, and then navigate to the container borders and shadow panel. Open the shadow or outline settings, and select the color black for the shadow color. For the shadow opacity, make it 1, set the horizontal and vertical offset to 11. This will add a design effect to the block. Now, let's select the parent container block and navigate to this tab. In this panel, choose Align Center for the content width and then toggle on the Fit All Columns to Content option. Afterwards, just set the columns alignment to center. Navigate to this tab and in the Size and Spacing panel, adjust the minimum height accordingly. And then set the content vertical align to center. And there you have it! Let's view the block in the front end. The nice thing about this block is that it's easy to use while also offering design flexibility that can help elevate a site's visuals. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you need more information regarding Stackable, feel free to join our Facebook community or visit our website. We'll link them down below.